All right. Rockingham Xfinity. So we're going to be doing 14 to 1 plus 6. You could probably bump it up a little bit more to get it completely straight. And I'm on 65 right now. I didn't feel any need to make it go lower because touching the brake really could start sliding the car if you go too low on the brake bias. Wait, did I go 16 to 1? Or did I go 14 to 1? Yo, 14 to 1, sorry. If I said 16 to 1, I don't remember what I said. But yeah, I like 14 to 1 at Rockingham. So, if you watched a truck video already, and I just did the truck video as well, it's going to be essentially the same line, except we're going to be a lot more patient on this Xfinity car because it has a lot less overall grip than the truck does here, and it takes the bumps a lot harder. It's going to be a second lap, hot lap. Might cheat, make it a third lap if I'm struggling. That 24.4 is a good time to aim for. It didn't take too much effort, but it was pretty clean. So that's what I'm going to try to do here, is just a clean lap. Get a lot of time by being brave enough to hit the gas early in 3 and 4. But you got to set up your car correctly in order to do that. Really braking, sliding up a little bit, get the car pointed all the way back down, get the wheels straight, decent 1 and 2 for sure. So now it's all about getting our angle into 3 right here. And then be brave to throttle right there. Super brave to throttle early. It's going to be a little bit loose on exit here. I'm going to say that's acceptable. A little bit slower than that target lap, but I did essentially the same things on it, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So, setting up for the lap here, start up by the wall, really early entry and just kind of camp by the wall and then get the throttle early because you don't have to wait on the car to turn down in Rockingham 3 and 4 because the exit's so wide. So I just want to make sure that I'm by the wall and then I can slam the throttle and just let the car go where it wants to go. You might want to cut, you would think that you want to cut all the way down here, but you just can't set up for turn 1 quick enough if you do that. So I'm just kind of in the middle of the track. So here's big deal here. If you watched the truck video already, it's going to be the same exact point. If your nose is straight when you enter this corner, you're dead. There's no grip to get the car turning after the corner entry. So we want the car to be pointed about at the middle of the track so that we give ourselves runway to slide up the track. Right. And then basically, if you do that, you do a little bit of brake riding, a little bit of coasting maybe. Kind of brake dragging is going to help you, but if you brake drag too much, you'll disengage your rear tires because the set is a little loose. So you might end up just wanting to coast. So if you can trail brake without disengaging the rears, definitely do that. If not, feel free to just coast. Like I was coasting at points here. And then your throttle should be able to get you off the wall. So see how, and this is just for like a qualifying only thing. This is pretty bad on tires, obviously, but I'm adding a ton of wheel when I get next to the wall. And then once it hooks up, I'm throttling down the track because we need this angle right here to avoid hitting the wall. If we're trying to carry this amount of speed, having less turn in and needing our wheel to do more on exit, we're going to just absolutely spin out or smash the wall. So we need this cut down right here. And even then I get loose. But imagine how loose I'm going to get if I'm saving all of that turning till the very, very end. So it's going to be impossible if you keep the car up there. Turn 3 and 4 on the other hand now. Same idea with the entry, but because this corner is wider, I'm popping the gas really early. And you see I'm just absolutely sawing on the wheel here. Tons of wheel input, but this car can handle it because this corner exit widens out, so I don't have to worry about having to turn the car down the track. As long as I can just mash the throttle and the wheels, the front tires don't disengage to where I'm sliding up the track, I just need to be able to survive that. And then cut down for the exit. So don't be afraid to hop on the gas really. It's going to be earlier than you think in 3-4 because you're you're going to be accustomed to how long you have to wait in 1 and 2. No, 3 and 4 is completely different. You can get on the gas so early in 3 and 4, and you probably don't realize it. So just experiment with that. Long run stuff gonna be a rear burner. Well, it's gonna be both burner. It depends on how you drive the car. If you're hanging out the rear the whole time, you're gonna destroy your rears. Otherwise, it is very front tire burny. So it's all about just keeping the car under you, letting the car go where it wants to go without sliding. Definitely with how hard it is to handle the car, you have to enter it a lot earlier than you think. You can see that it just goes away from me on exit. So super early entry, lose a lot of time here, but you just get the car kind of settled down here, and it makes the exit a lot easier. Now I slipped my tires there a little bit more than I wanted to on both ends, so we just have to adjust. Just trying to keep the car under me. You can see that's pretty darn fast for being a tire saving bottom line. The reason that I'm not turning my wheel in earlier is because I'm feeling those rear tires just want to step out on me if I give it too much wheel. So I'm trying to just very gently, without disengaging any tire, get it settled into the corner. Then I crank the wheel, a little bit, because it's kind of the car at its slowest point. It should be settled in the corner to where it's going to follow my movements. As long as the car is following the wheel, you're not burning excessive time. But the moment that you turn your steering wheel and the car is not following it, then you're burning a ton of tires. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough here to keep the car both off the wall and not sliding. But that's just how you're going to save tires here. That's how you're going to be there at the end, is just keeping all 4 tires engaged in the track and taking whatever line and whatever speed you need to achieve that. I'm still trying to get like that turn down right there at the end, kind of like when we were doing the qualifying, so I don't have to use a ton of wheel to get the car off the corner and then maybe have to wait on the throttle. Still trying to jump the throttle a little bit in 3 and 4. You can see how we have a lot of runway there, so we can actually take it pretty well still. If we're running the top, which you're probably going to be, you can see how this slides the tires naturally. So this is like a place to make up ground more than it is to save tires. I just feel my tires sliding so much on entry, and the reason I hit the wall there is because I'm like, I don't want to turn my wheel anymore because it's going to slide the tires. So I think for the long run, just really early entries and just rolling the car along the bottom and just not letting any tire disengage for any reason. And now I'm in a wall hitting mood apparently. But that's how you're gonna get the most out of your tires. Do it as efficiently as possible. And see, we're wearing them pretty evenly here, but it's still a ton of wear for how many laps that we're doing. But all right, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.